Oh,
All right.
Hello! We are
I did my
live
intro.
with our second. I'm doing mine. I forgot to mute. All right, but we are live with our second session of our D&D game. First one will be going live on YouTube. I wanted to wait to get some time to go ahead and edit it so I can get it ready. And then today, I'll be editing this one as well and trying to get both of these up this Wednesday or Thursday. Live on Saturdays from with almost all of the almost all the Ence crew. Lucy's joining as well as Fingar.
Oh, they're both coming in?
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
Yay.
I'm going to be meeting with Roderick probably once a week to get everything set up.
Yay. We can finally do lighting and all the fun stuff that you're gonna
Wait,
hate.
are they joining us for this session?
No, not this session. They're going to be starting on this coming Saturday. Saturday, we're going to be meeting up at 8 o'clock and going as long as we feel like it.
Oh, so yeah. Also, sorry for interrupting you, by the way, Roderick.
No, it's okay.
Alrighty.
So excited.
So let me know when everybody gets ready and we'll get started.
Yeah, desktop audio was muted this entire time. I'm so sorry.
So your thing didn't work?
There we
It
go.
didn't work?
No, they just couldn't hear you guys.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine. Saturday, 8 p.m. That's when we're doing our next session. Yay!
Okay.
They're still a bit low. Well, that's because everyone's pretty quiet.
I'm sorry.
We
Man,
speak quiet.
I'm so sorry, manager, but I'm gonna be sending you pictures throughout the campaign just because like I can't stop myself.
Yeah, go for it. I'll take inspiration from them and enjoy them.
This one has a ferret.
I like the ferret. I want to see it.
I'm about to send you in because like the name of this individual is funny as hell, but also like even the ferret has a name. I'm like, tee, look at it.
So you're all live on my end.
I love the ferret. Has a little
He has a little coat on.
little coat and everything. Amazing.
It's Tee.
All right, so we'll go ahead and we will get started. I'll go ahead and do or anybody want to do a recap? I'll do the recap.
Yo, anyone wanna do it? I'm anyone.
Yeah, no, I'm about to say, yes, I can do that. I'll do the recap this time. I'll let somebody recap. So, all right, as we left off,
Little habit. All right.
our session 0 got started, and we went ahead and just got started with the initial beginnings of the campaign. Players were brought together under Draz to go ahead and get started on the quest. Each one of them has been branded, symbol on their body, wherever they particularly want that to be. I'll let them decide that. However, the symbol is only visible to them and specific magics. Well, actually, no, it's not visible to them. Only specific magic will actually allow for the symbol to glow, and they are the only ones that they know of to actually have this symbol. The symbol is apparently representing or in relations to a Judgment Day apocalypse scenario. No one knows exactly what's going to happen, so Draz decided to gather up the four of them because she figured out who they were, get them all together, give them 15 gold, tell them where to go up north, and kind of hoping for the best for them. Because at this point in time, she does not want to go ahead and take the very fragile Dracardian and very fragile Elvish Kingdom's relationships and spark another war.
And
So, okay.
clarify who is Draz or Drav?
Oh, no problem.
Yes, Draz
So,
again.
Draz is the Queen of Dracard. She's in our comic book series that we are creating. This is just after the Guardian Dracard declared independence from the Elvish Kingdom, and was able to go ahead and get a specific piece. So now pieces is there. The Elvish Kingdom as well as the Dracardian Kingdom are not on talking terms, but just watching each other. Tensions is very high between their borders. Hence why she also wanted to gather. She was also very happy that each one of the members of the party are not Dracardian, so they will be able to actually go into the Elvish Kingdom without being yelled at or threatened.
All right, sounds good.
The Queen has given us a task that we are bound to by fate. All I see is Uncle's message saying, someone's about to roll a nat 1, and I hope I just curse Tiggies.
Huh.
There, Uncle! What
Yes.
spells do I have? I am a druid of a circle of fire. For obvious reasons.
Yeah, about to say, like, no shark in there, teehee.
I'm not.
So hello, Polar Bear. Hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic
I
time.
just want to
Maybe
pull up
get in the stream.
another thing that I need for. I could stop saying generic names and actually use the names we made.
While manager pulls that up, do we want to do a summary of the cast of this so far?
Absolutely, because a lot of these guys are probably pretty new and missed the first session, considering it was session 0 mixed with.
That's what I was
other
thinking.
things. All right, who wants to go first?
Well, you volunteer yourself, have fun.
Gosh darn it. All right, so my character's name is Eris Lothal. She is a devoted priestess to the fire dragon, one of the 4 dragons of creation on Dra. When the planet was made, it was made with the help of 4 elemental dragons, and she chose to follow the fire one for obvious reasons. She also has a prosthetic right arm that she goes ahead and tries to take care of as much as possible. And throughout her life, she has been traveling and trying to heal and spread the good word and all that, until eventually being summoned by Dra. She has a family. They are doing pretty well. Yeah. Oh, she's also got red hair, green eyes, and, you know, kind of how you would picture a fire priestess to look, almost.
She'd probably be hot and on fire, right?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. All right, who's next?
All right, I can go next. Also, before I get into that, welcome to chat, Lemon Bomb. So, I am playing a fairy shadow magic sorcerer named Huff. So, with her backstory, she pretty much started off same as any other fae, flitting about, very, very low attention span, high energy, until at one point, since she is very bad at direction, she wound up somehow stumbling into the Shadow Realm. So, into this world's equivalent of the Shadowfell. And she was stuck there for a good few years. When she did finally manage to make her way back through the same stumbling, it had left somewhat of a mark on her. She was no longer energetic. Instead, she was a unnatural, almost deathly tired and exhausted. Her wings had been bleached of all color. Her skin was deathly pale. And she basically became an outcast. And still accepted with the Fae, but just feeling different. And that's kind of where she came into all this. All she wanted to do was nap, but she was summoned, and the Wood Elves wouldn't let her just be. Ignore that. Alright, which of you wants to go next?
I can go next. I'm not doing my my voice this week, as I've hurt it pretty bad. Um, but I am Clint, the Banished. I am a dwarf. Uh, and of course, I come alongside my brother Nash, Haggart. We're two brothers. I'm not going to give you a backstory just yet. You have to learn it over the game. But we're two brothers, former military men, and we're on the hunt for. I'll give you a little tidbit. We're on the hunt for the people who attempted to ruin our lives.
Sounds reasonable.
And the reason why we were in prison.
All right.
All that fun jazz.
All that fun jazz.
Exactly.
All right, sis, your turn.
I'm sorry, I was choking on an egg salad sandwich. Hold on, I was.
Oh, I want an egg salad sandwich.
I always
That
eat it
does
before I
sound
go.
pretty good.
I always eat it, but after work, because I make them. Anyway.
Yum, 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 yum.
They might as well.
And-
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so hey guys, I'm Lunar, but I'm playing the character known as Dom.
Yep.
I'm playing the character known as
Great
Tom.
timing, Lulu.
Exactly. Anyway, Dom. No one actually is not too sure what their gender is. Draz knows because, funny enough, Dom actually was a bartender slash waitress at their place where they kept things in order. Though, granted, they try to be as a gentle folk as possible. Taverns and bars aren't known for gentle folks, so Dom has a bit of a reputation if it gets a little too out of hand there. But seeing as their life's in danger and some other crap is hitting the floor, they're like, well, time to do what I gotta do best. They're
Alright.
tall as hell.
Well, I mean, compared to my 2-foot-tall fairy, everyone's tall.
Well, Dom is 6'8", 215 pounds of pure reef. And they have, I'll say dirt, like they have like a nice blonde, like sun-kissed wheat hair and tan skin. And oddly enough, they don't really like to open up their eyes. One, because when you fisticuff outside a lot, people try to use the sun to their advantage. So Dom's very good at like punching people with precision with eyes closed.
Alright.
Dom has Brock syndrome.
Dom is the person in anime like, oh look, they're smiling with their eyes closed, eyes open, we're all dead.
Oh, you were reading spells? Oh, I'm sorry.
So we will go ahead and get started. So the party has just left Dracardian Kingdom. They have been making their way up north towards the northern mountains of Dracard. This large mountain splits the two kingdoms apart from each other. It takes probably about 2 to 3 weeks to go ahead and get from the Dracardian capital all the way up to the town that takes you up to the mountains. It's like a little little town before you get to the mountains. Usually, most people resupply and stock up because after you get to this town, the next place is the stronghold that kind of overwatches the Valley of the Gorge. So the mountain. There's a massive mountain, and then there's a massive gorge in the mountain. So the mountain's been split into two, all the way down. All right. So, as they were walking, it's been pretty easy. Nothing really too out of the ordinary is happening. However, for about a week in, after getting to one town to another, anybody wants to roll a D100?
All right, so just to make sure I heard right. Okay, cool. I thought I might have been muted as well. So just to make sure I heard right, we're traveling over mountains right now?
Nope, you guys are traveling towards the mountains. So right now you are leaving the Dracardian kingdom, the capital, making your way up north to the actual mountains regions itself. Takes about 2 to 3 weeks, depending on if anything kind of happens in the middle of it. I would say you guys are about a week out. The surrounding areas of Dracard, the capital, is very safe. Most monsters do not want to even set up shop near the capital, and the capital is also just heavily, um, heavily protected. Making our way downtown, riding fast bandit. I love it.
Okay, so before we actually get too far, I'd actually like to do something.
All right.
I'd like to use Druidcraft to get an idea of the weather for the day.
Yeah, is it cold? Is it hot? What are we dealing with temperature wise here?
I need specifics.
Okay. So currently, I would say it is. We use the current weather that we have. It's beginning of spring, so it's not too warm. It's not too cold. It's roughly around about 70 degrees or so. So it's cool in the shade, hot in the sun. You're not going to sweat a whole bunch in the sun. Um, you won't need a coat or anything for the shade. So it's not too badly. The skies are mostly clear. There's clouds every now and then. And other than that, sun's out. Sun's about midday so you guys are about 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, so no wind or anything?
No, no real wind. Just a little. Well, yeah, no wind. It's completely wind. Okay? The trees are blocking majority of that. So you guys are kind of in like a not a forest region, but not flatlands either.
Good to know.
So it's a good time to be a shirtless dwarf.
Pretty much, you're going to enjoy yourself.
The
have a
one
question
tie we're
for,
having insect legs is actually handy.
I have a question for Roderick.
Mm-hmm.
How long has your character been shirtless on this carriage journey?
The entire time.
Okay.
You
Okay.
actually, at this point, don't believe he owns a shirt.
Wonderful quirks that might get shared with the group during this 1 week, guys.
I have basically the coveralls that like a blacksmith would have, but without the actual front part. So it's almost like suspenders, but it holds like different like items for like blacksmithing.
That's actually genuinely amazing.
And I have a belt of like a hammer. Yeah, and like he definitely looks like he's a blacksmith.
Okay, so definitely blacksmith. I know your character's probably napping a lot.
I'm staring at the clouds, occasionally just mumbling to myself like, yeah, that's red dirt there. That's where you fight. Oh man, this is really hurting. I should stop.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself, please.
Yeah, please.
That's where
Take
you
it
find
easy for
iron.
a little.
That's where you find iron. Yes, yes, and then over there, that's where you might find gold. Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
All right, sis, what's your character doing during that week?
I was doing I usually type in chat when I was doing little things, but like, so if you guys don't recall, my magic item that I got was because when someone paid for it on my stream thing, I got the tiny pineapple cat. If you guys don't remember, which
Oh yes,
their name.
Jin?
I
Yeah,
forgot we got those.
Yeah, I had because the 3 words that we got was pineapples, like a wrench, socket, and tiggies were the 3 words that were used. So I have a tiny sentinel cat that helps me repair the ball while also releasing tropical scent. And since it's pineapple, it has pineapple texture, and it's literally like almost a thumb size or like a very tiny size cat. The name is my character calls it Pines. So right now my character is sitting beside the person who's driving the cart that we have beside them, just in case if we ever get attacked. But right now Pines is just playing within Dom's hair, and they untangled them every once in a while because Dom has a lot of hair. But that they're also keeping watch because even though we're like on a nice easy road, bandits and crap just hits the wall real quick when you're least expected. So my character's technically keeping watch to see if anyone is going
If
to
I'm
try attacking this area.
if I'm correct, we were the only ones driving this cart, right? There was no one else doing it.
Yes, just
Um,
us.
No, I was helping out. But if you're
Well-
talking about the group, then yeah, we don't have a driver.
Yeah, in our group, yeah. Like I'm the only one that actually has like proficiency in land vehicles. So I guess
Yeah.
I'm the only one driving this cart.
Yeah, I was sitting beside you. I
Um,
said. I remember
I
when we
think-
did this.
Since a lot of people probably missed the first session, should probably go over as well how you obtained that magic item, as well as how other magic items can potentially be obtained.
Yes.
If you guys want to ruin our lives, you can use your money. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, this is not wrong. Do we have the image thing?
No
We
one sent me
can
the
show
information,
it.
so I couldn't make it.
Next time.
I can make it right now, though. To be
This-
honest, if
this
you give me it
Saturday.
right now, if you give me the stuff for it right now, I can easily make it. Easily. Just give me
So,
give
yeah.
me the give me the give me the information.
Hear that, chat? You can mess with the campaign.
That is.
Where did we even
absolutely
If you
write that?
donate.
That's what I'm saying. I have no idea what the specs are supposed to be.
D&D
'cause we-
chat. There we go. D&D ideas. There we go.
Yeah, but I
we
say
didn't
just-
write it down though.
No, I've
okay.
just made the thing.
Yeah,
You got-
please help me. I'm dumb.
Yeah, we can make that.
Well, a
here in a
certain
bit.
amount you can spawn a boss. Others you can choose an encounter. Affect certain outcomes, and also possibly even give us magic items.
Yeah, I was given a magic item. Delicious.
Oh yeah, no, I've had people do show your
You-
sushi before. in
Wait,
the
no,
past, also.
sister, you have a magic item too. Because remember, chopping board, cuckoo clock, and something else was there. No, wait, no, you got the ruby thing, right?
Yep,
Which one did you
it's
get?
called the Gem of Gleaming.
Yeah.
It appears as a small,
I
smooth
remember that.
gemstone, usually made of quartz or crystal. When held, it emits a faint and soothing light that illuminates it in a 10-foot radius. And because it does that, you've noticed this past week that she never goes to bed without it because she needs, she really likes to have a nightlight. I love that it passively does a 10-foot radius of light constantly when she holds it. But once per day, the gem can be activated as an action. When it does, it shines a bright light in a 10-foot radius and a dim light in an additional 10-foot radius, and it persists for 1 hour or until deactivated as a bonus action. It also gives me advantage in sleight of hand checks made to clean or polish objects such as removing dirt, dust, or grime, aka super made. Magical restoration. When the Gem of Gleaming is placed next to a mundane object made of metal, wood, or stone, it can remove light scratches, tarnished, or small imperfections, restoring the object's appearance to its pristine state. A weaker mending, kinda. This effect does not restore damaged or broken items, but it can significantly enhance their visual appeal. And it does require attunement, and she is attuned to it.
Yep.
It just helps in cleaning and maintaining items while providing a source of light. It's really awesome.
Alrighty. So, we ready?
Yep, if you're
So, who is actively paying attention?
I don't know.
Me.
As a
Uh-huh.
driver, I probably should.
I'm
I hope so.
probably paying attention, even though sort of napping almost.
So, are
So-
you just using your passive perception then?
Yes.
Okay, so whoever's actively paying attention and not using their passive, go ahead and roll.
Oh.
Perception.
Let it be low. Let it be low. Let it be low. Let it be low.
Oh crap! I accidentally rolled.
What the hell? But if the 16 is the first, oh, I know what's wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
go to the cogs
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Just go with the first roll on both of them.
I gotta fix different sheets for that.
I'm already fixing
didn't do-
mine.
I didn't do that.
Where is it?
Okay. I don't have permission for the other one, so
I
Oh,
think
here we
I
go.
I
do.
did mine.
I'll fix Huffs.
PC. Is
Hold
it?
I
Is it
already
in
fixed
roll
yours.
queries?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it
it's
called
it's
advantage toggle?
yeah.
There
it's-
we go.
yeah,
Advantage
it-
toggle. There we go.
Hold on.
Good
Mhm.
God.
Well, it's not only that, but on this part, auto damage roll, you want auto roll damage and crit
Yeah,
as
yeah, yeah.
well.
Yeah, and also if you want, you could put the whistle toggle on there, so you could be like, hey, the
Auto roll damage and crit, or don't auto.
auto roll.
You want
auto
that
roll.
on.
You
So,
want
are
that
my
on.
rolls hidden or not?
No, we saw
No,
that.
we
We
saw
saw
that.
that 17
No,
and
you're
12.
fine. I want to make sure. How do I make it to where I can?
For you to do your whisper rolls, isn't it slash D
Slash
is-
DM. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Try that.
it's slash
No,
GM.
slash yeah,
Slash
yeah.
DM. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say because I was like, wait, hold on, what's the name beside you? Yeah, GM.
You're helpful, Delta. Thank you.
Slash GM roll 1d20.
I said that, and it said unrecognized command.
G is in gold.
Oh, I did GM.
Try
Oh,
again.
probably.
Figuring out how Roll20
Yep.
works, it's fine.
Okay.
Just send me the command in Discord if you don't.
So I got a 19 and Sis got a 16. Because
But
my
you saw-
character
you
is
saw the-
looking at the back of the card.
You saw the hidden one I sent, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So while you send me that, so Roderick is driving, or Clint is driving. Dom is in
Yep.
the passenger seat. Huff is in the wagon itself, kind of relaxing. Eris, where are you exactly?
She is gonna go ahead and be at the back. She's. Let's see. What time is it in the game?
About 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, yeah, she's probably going
Timing.
ahead and snacking on a little thing while keeping a lookout from behind. Ambushes yell.
Okay. So, does a 17 hit you?
God, me? Yeah, I got 12, so yeah.
All right.
I got hit with something. What did I get hit with?
That sounds concerning.
Thank God.
What
I
is
got
your health at?
26.
Okay, so how do we want? So stealth is
If it's somebody who gets a bonus from sneak attack, then at this level it'd usually be a D6. If it's
so an additional d6.
if your person is a rogue with sneak attack, yes.
Oh, it didn't roll my perception. Hold on. Let me try it. There we go. Yay.
So only stealth has sneak attack. I thought everything had sneak attack.
If you have advantage, then you can do sneak attack. So advantage includes an ally being within 5 feet of the person that you're targeting,
Oh, okay.
or anything that would give you an
Oh, well.
advantage, like them being prone.
So
or anything.
go ahead and everybody roll for initiative.
What's going on though?
Oh no, just go ahead and I'll tell what's going to happen. Where's the little box thing that pops out?
Oh, right.
It's on the left side. Are you using the new UI or the old one?
I think the old one. I don't. This looks
Here we
pretty
roll
old,
that real
or
quick.
the other one.
Okay. It should be on the left side. And it should just say like initiative or something like that. The initiative table.
There we go.
All right.
You can make that 13 if you want to. I just wanted to make sure that I got assigned a thing.
I actually don't.
Okay. I'm gonna pull up your stream and I'll show you where.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
You got hit with a fireball, please? A fire from a rogue? That would be terrifying.
Madam, them, they, it's sir, whatever you wish to associate, who just texted that because I'm not looking at my sister's chat.
I have
We are
not.
level 3. What the hell are you talking about?
You see
I know, right?
what looks to be the looks like
Also,
a
hope you have
clock.
beautiful, fantastic,
Oh,
friends that
okay, it didn't.
goblins.
Okay, cool.
And then
Okay, so it's saying that the turn tracker didn't register my roll.
Did you
Can
click
you
on
see that it was 15?
Yeah, I can see.
I-
it.
You have
so
to click on your character token before you do that.
are you gonna bring us to a new map or?
That's kind of what I was wondering.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring you
Mhm.
to it.
Okay,
Or no,
go ahead and-
this is the map I have.
Okay. Well, like click the top
Again,
of the
ready?
screen
Roll
Alright.
20.
What top?
where,
This
where
one.
you see the little page thing.
No hiccups.
Oh, I
to the
see
left
now.
of the-
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Drag us to that. No, you have to drag us. You see the little players? Yeah.
There? No. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good now.
No.
Okay, you got it. All right.
Yeah. And then we just drag our characters onto the screen, and that'll. Oof. Hold on. You can use me as an example. So you click on my token,
All right.
and then click Control U.
Okay, now I see what you're doing. All right. Second to set this up.
I rolled a 13 originally. I accidentally did a reroll. I'm sorry.
If you bring your character to the screen and then roll your initiative, it'll bring your own.
Oh, do you want me to just re-roll it then so it gets in the turn order?
Oh no, I'm adding
Yeah.
it. I'm manually adding everything. All right.
Okay.
If somebody could just get Huff
I
over.
haven't rolled my character yet.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Let me give it a second.
All right.
I hope I roll. I love rolling
Why do I have
roll.
Providence stuck in my head?
Yes, 8. Let's go. I love playing on the computer. I can actually get crappy rolls. It makes me happy.
All right. If Huff, you could bring your character over.
Hold
There
on.
we go. I think I got it.
There we go.
Is that it?
Didn't get
Did
a
I actually
6.
bring it over, or is that it?
That's it.
Okay, cool. Why do you have 2? Why is Air?
Fireball for
Because one of them was the old one that you had on there.
Oh, okay.
Delete the top one. You hover over the name, and to the left of it, there's the little blank space.
Oh, okay. I just deleted Huff.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the correct one. We'll see in a second.
Okay, I'm
It was
sorry.
not.
If you could bring back Huff, I'm sorry.
Delete the other Eris.
All right.
There's no other
delete.
Eris, I don't think.
On his screen, there is.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Alright.
All right.
Bring
Now,
back.
Luna, re-roll your initiative after you click on your character on the screen.
Okay.
Okay, and where? Okay, you're moving. Good.
Okay.
There you go. I got you. Just go ahead and
I got
Huff if you.
I'll figure
Reroll?
Yep.
All right, so it was right click?
No, you just click your token, and then you hit.
Make sure when you click your token, you see all the stuff pop out of nowhere, and then once you see that, then you roll your initiative by actually going on your character sheet to where it says initiative at.
Okay, so right click so that all that stuff appears?
Click or right click. It doesn't matter which way you click it as long as you see all the circles pop out.
Yep. And then into character sheets and initiative. And that wants me to click and drag to roll dice.
Manager, I'm going to show you something cool that I think you already
There
knew
we go.
about, but
Wow, the monster's got to be pretty weak for it to have a 0.
I'm not sure screens. I'm just sending you a screenshot.
You know, sis, that there's something called karma, and you might
I know,
go down.
and
You might
be down in the first hit.
That's what I'm saying. You might already be. You might want to pray.
Oh, that.
Just so you can help awkward setup Huff.
Oh yeah. So. But you double click. Oh yeah.
I got targeted first because I accidentally lit the microwave on fire, didn't I?
So for Eris and Huff, you can click onto your icon and click the little cog wheel.
Oh yeah.
This way this way you can go ahead and bring over your health and your just your health really. That way everybody can kind of see it. I believe it is the green, right?
Green is health, and you do your max health out of your number, and then blue is going to be AC. That's really for only you and me to know, not party members.
Okay,
and if you have any questions, just watch my screen.
Max
I can
hit
watch
points?
Max hit points is blue. I think. Yeah.
No, blue is
Oh.
AC.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, green is hit points.
Green is hit points. Blue is AC. And then red. Yeah, that one's red. Red is temp HP.
I have infinite temporary hit points. I use the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom glitch. It works here too, right?
Um, sorry, chat. This is a little scuffed. Still learning systems.
Alright. Oh, a bit
And
new
what
to
was
this.
the red circle again?
Red circle is for temporary hit points.
Okay, so I don't have any temps.
No.
Don't worry about the me in the top right corner. That's for my personal use later.
Okay.
We'll be using that for later.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. So, as the wagon's kind of going around, there are nobody on the trail. Everything looks like it's just kind of out of the ordinary. Eris is there sitting in the back of the wagon eating. You said a sandwich?
Pretty much.
Okay, so when you go ahead and kind of lift up the sandwich to go ahead and eat, you don't see a massive snake kind of jet from the bushes and just bite into your into your leg, dealing 13 damage.
Okay.
Okay, minus 13. My brain don't want to math.
Manager, if you didn't read it, I'll say it. Click on the cog right next to turn order.
Oh.
And click on descending.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, what did you need?
15. Okay,
Eris?
there we
Okay.
go.
All right, so your party hears Eris screams out in pain. Behind you is this giant constrictor snake that's now coiling around and lifting its head up after successfully biting into Eris's leg, blood dripping from the teeth as it now kind of gets ready for the next attack. So it is Clint's turn. What do you do?
Yeah. So I'm gonna use a bonus action, and out of nowhere, a second Clint appears right here, right next to the snake.
All right.
And just so you and the audience understands what it is, it's a magical translucent gray image of me, and will last until I either cast it again, I'm incapacitated, or I make another echo.
Alright.
It has 1 HP, immunity to all conditions, and has an AC of 16.
Dang.
And
General question: does it
Yeah.
does the monster have to attack it, or is it just kind of like a smoke screen?
if it wants to actually make it go away, it has to attack it.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm going to make an attack with it by using my own attack action.
Okay.
So basically, I can attack either from my own space or from this thing's space.
I love Echo Knights.
All right.
And I'm going to make a main attack and then an offhand attack with a hand axe because it's a light weapon, and I also have 2 weapon fighting, so it's going to include my strength mod.
Okay.
16 hit.
16 does hit.
Okay, and then an 18.
Yep, 18 hits.
All right, it'll take 10 slashing.
All right.
Oh, just as a side note, because I am curious, Do I have to make a con save for any poison or venom?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
I'm assuming you guys can't see the health of the monster.
No.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Is that everything?
Uh, actually, yeah.
Alright, cool.
I didn't realize I could do this. I'm gonna use Unleash Incarnation,
Alright.
Which I can use this up to a number of Constitution modifier. When I make an attack from the Echo position, I can make another attack with it. So I'll make one last attack with it for an additional
dang.
4.
Alright. Additional 4 attack. Okay.
And now I'm done.
It is now Huff's turn. So, you see Clint has now... There's 2 Clints. One slashed into the side of the large snake. And Eris is kind of breathing in pain. Snake is looking pretty good. So what do you do?
First off, I just noticed I'm actually missing a couple spells from my spell list.
Are you?
Yep. I don't have Blade Ward on there under cantrips. And still don't have Darkness on there.
Okay, I'll finish those 2. Well, like once you're done with your turn, I'll take over and just finish it out. Unless you're trying to use Blade Ward right now.
No, I can do something else instead.
Okay.
So, let's see. The snake is currently in the wagon with us?
Oh, no, it's just behind the wagon.
Just
It's
behind
Yeah,
the
this,
wagon.
this
It's
is...
on my leg and trying to drag me out of the wagon. Okay.
No, it's behind the wagon. It's a giant constrictor snake. So think about
Giant.
like maybe
Uh-huh.
10 foot, 15 foot long snake kind of coiled around.
Okay, question. With it hanging on to Eris.
Nope, it's not hanging on theirs.
No, but okay, so it bit. It's
Oh, okay. The way
It
you
is
made
still-
it sound before, you made it sound like it clamped on and wouldn't let go.
No, it bit and
Yeah.
it pulled back, and then it
okay.
back,
So bit and
coiled
pulled
around.
back.
Yep.
So
Trust me,
So
if
that's
I
just sitting
wanted
back
to,
there.
I could use something else that'd be a lot worse. I use bit instead.
So then, in
Oh,
that
coil.
case,
Grapple. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I am going to move. Okay, so here's the tricky thing for you, manager.
Alright.
Since I can fly, I would like to move from inside the wagon on top of the wagon.
Okay.
So that I can get a better view. And then I would like to use Gust. In order to push the snake another 5 feet away from the wagon.
Ooh, strength
so
saving throw.
Let's see. The gust does not work. It still stands kind of coiled around, ready to go. Kind of the gust pushes around it and is just too big for you to push.
Damn. Alright, and that was casting type action.
Yep.
Let's see. I am going to move just a little closer to the front, but still on top of the wagon.
So you can go ahead and move your character towards Clint and Dom.
There we go.
Alright.
And that's everything.
So we are going.
How'd you do it, Snake?
So does 21 hits your other clan, correct?
You're Spectral Man.
Yep, you're Spectre.
Yeah, it can attack it.
Oh yeah, no, does 21 hit?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so it's going to try to wrap itself around Clint. As soon as it kind of pulls itself together and it'll constrict, Clint's.
Does it do any damage?
Oh yeah,
Okay, it's gone.
yep. So as soon as it kind of does its constriction, Clint's mirror image just fades away. Snake is just very, very confused at this point. And
So wait, is it? It's following the cart, right?
I'm assuming the cart stopped or it's still going, because Clint's no longer riding, or at least I think, right?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I stopped it.
Yeah.
That's free dinner.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay. Does a 16 hit you, Eris?
I'm sorry. It has multi-attack. What?
Oh no.
Okay. And yes, it does.
Okay. I'm sorry. You're on the back of the thing.
I'm never writing in the back of this again.
So, after it's tried to constrict Clint, who just fades away, it turns to Eris and goes out to bite into Eris's leg again, dealing 7 damage.
I am on 8 HP. Butthead. All right.
All right, and now it is your go.
All right. So how far away from the car are we talking? Like 5 feet?
It's about 5 to 6 feet from you.
I'm just pulling this up for information here real quick. It's a snake, so it probably would have a pretty good dexterity saving throw. Gosh darn it. I could do that, but that would be bad. You know what? I'm nearly gone. So, and if I move away, I'm probably gonna get a attack on me from that. So, we're gonna have some fun. Let's see. It says 3 rays. All right.
You roll it 3 times.
Does an 11 or 10 hit? Because I know the nat 1 ain't gonna do nothing.
Neither hits.
God damn it. Alright. And then I'm also gonna go ahead and, as a bonus action, cast Healing Word. Boop. Boop. And I get 6 healing! Yay! Plus 6 is 14. That's my turn. She's gonna go ahead and stare daggers at the snake as her So as she goes to use Scorching Ray, 3 beams of fire exit her palm. All of them missing horribly.
Snake kind of does
She was just so startled.
Snake does the slithering and just dodges each of them.
She's just like glaring daggers as her wound starts to slowly heal. Someone get this stupid snake!
Alright, it is now Dom's turn. So you're...
Dom's gonna
Go ahead.
Dom's gonna look at them saying, "If you say please, I don't mind going up there."
Please.
Okay. My character.
Sorry. My character's voice. Oh well.
So my character is going to take out a javelin like not even caring, like gonna take pine out of their hair, put it right there, and say "stay," and then proceed to make their way down there. I hope my character dies. Anyway. So, can I? Okay, I have a dumb question.
Alright.
So, it's you saying it's 5 feet away from my area, from the area, right?
Yeah.
Can I do a gung ho move of like a running charge head first and try jumping on it to stab it with my javelin?
Sure.
I wish to do this. I hope I fail horribly, but also I'd like to rage. Anyway.
Yeah, go for it.
So my character, who's all smiley and like eyes closed, takes off their glasses, reties takes off the ribbon that has their hair ups and like ties it around their left knuckles, and eyes open. You can actually see the very almost cat-like features of their eyes, which is a very it's hard to tell what they are since at this point now the character's charging forward, and just very quietly and it's very stoically just runs at the snake with the javelin.
So, you run at the snake. That be acrobatics? Question mark.
Isn't that athletics since I'm
Or
charging
no, it's not. Yeah, I
forward?
think it's athletics.
I believe it would be like athletics.
Yeah, let's do athletics then. I will happily concede to the two very knowledgeable Andy.
Like, if she said she puts a flip in there, then I would be like, yeah, make
No,
it.
no, it's just me going like tee-hee.
Super fancy flip with the javelin.
I'm gonna ram this mother ducker up you, kind of thing. Wait, I'm raging. Doesn't that mean I have advantage at this since it's a strength? Yeah, it is.
Technically.
Ha, ha, ha. 18.
Alright, so an 18 does work. You are now on top of the snake.
Can I plow my javelin into it?
Yeah.
Tee-hee. Hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Put self in a horrible position. I hope you miss.
I hope so too. Hell yeah, it'd be hilarious. Not at advantage. Please let me fail horribly. 17.
Yeah, you hit.
I don't make that. My character doesn't make that sound, but I do.
I can't. That would be funny.
It'd be funny.
Kind of figured that
Just no.
much.
But no, my character at this point is very stoically quiet, eyes like narrowed, focused in on the prey at this moment. And it's just blood just like flying in their face. They're just quietly just staring and analyzing the situation.
So Dom currently has the aura of Walter from Hellsinger Bridge, of this like stoic character that's bloodlusting stabs this javelin into the side of this large snake. Shock. I'll go ahead and say, do you want to roll a perception?
Sure. My character's hella focused. Me personally?
Yes.
Okay. Teehee. I don't notice.
You don't notice
squat.
anything. You have.
I'm too focused on like gotta kill this.
Yeah, you
It's
are
fine.
so tunnel visioned on this fight that you do not notice one of the most blatantly obvious things.
I hope something's riding. Like I hope there's a halfway riding this snake. And I
No,
just don't see
no,
them.
it's actually progressively more better. So I'll go ahead and get to that. Is that
I
everything?
don't metagame, but I'm just curious now.
All right, is that everything?
Yeah, I can't. I don't.
Okay.
I already did my bows. I already did my bow section. Did my action, and I yeehawed Leroy Jenkins at this thing. So yeah.
All right. So Clint, it is your turn. Eris is badly wounded, who just healed herself. Clint is riding on top of the wagon. And now you have your other party member riding on the side of the snake, digging in a javelin to the side of it and trying to ride on it. So what do you do?
What does that?
I guess the first thing, I'm gonna look around to make sure we're not like Because if there's one snake, there's usually like a few others, right? So I'm gonna look around for a second and collect myself.
All right.
No more snakes.
All
Yeah,
right. So do you look at this snake or are you looking around the snake?
I'm just looking around.
All right. So you don't see any more snakes.
All right, that's good.
This snake is going to become more than one snake.
Snake, snake things, snake.
I don't like managers laugh.
Let's see here. I don't think I'm limited on how often I can use this echo. No. That's really nice. I guess I'll make another one of me.
All right.
And
This is reminding me of a song from Portchester.
I'll make 2 attacks, and I'm not gonna make that third one, just in case. So here's first attack,
That probably hits.
16 does hit, yes.
and second attack.
17 does hit, yes.
This is like middle of the road damage, but I'm kind of happy with it.
I mean, in total you did 12 damage, which isn't too bad at this level.
I keep hitting like literally the middle of my damage, but you know, I'm chill with it.
Hey, I'm just happy to get my nat 1 out of the way.
I'm just happy I'm actually like able to do something with this character. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna like also turn around and look at the horse, make sure it's not under attack. Is it okay?
Yep, horse is fine.
He's not panicking, or
Nope.
she's not panicking?
Actually, funny enough, the horse is perfectly fine. Like it doesn't feel any danger whatsoever.
Just know, sister. I took all the heat from you. My character is definitely gonna get thrashed in a moment, and I love it.
Okay. Well,
You have the health for it.
I do, and I have the rage
interesting.
for it too. Teehee.
all right. Well, that's my turn.
Oh, what damage did you do?
12 damage.
Oh,
total.
12 damage.
total.
Slashing. Yeah. It's gonna become more than one snake, I just know it.
I hope it's a Hydra snake.
Oh god. Well, these are creatures that are home on draw. Anything is possible.
All right. Is that the last that you do?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
It is now Huff's turn. What do you do? And now that you see another
Alright.
Clint slashing into the side of this.
So, first off, Luna, do you think how bad are you right now as far as health?
Well, in terms of in character, you can see her basically kind of half sitting in the cart, holding her leg that has 2 large bite wounds in it.
Okay, mainly I'm wondering, if you get hit again, is that gonna pretty much take you out?
If it's more than 14, yes. If it's less than 14, no. However, I am going to be doing a thing here that should help in a moment, hopefully. But your character doesn't know that.
Okay. Because there is something I wouldn't mind throwing out there.
Just
But
have
would
fun.
he
What would
waste
our
fall?
character do?
I say whatever your character would do, and just have fun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't be afraid to make mistakes on purpose sometimes too. Like if it's
Mistakes?
something that your
No,
character...
these this is what we call content. It's not
Exactly.
I don't want no consequence.
consequence. I know about the consequences of my actions.
Well
Gee.
then, so not knowing that Eris has something planned, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. I am going to use Wither and Bloom on the snake.
What does that do? Don't mind clicking.
Hold on. So it will use a second level spell slot.
Ooh, fancy.
I know, right? So fancy.
Does that
Okay,
mean
how do
since
I
I'm on
actually
top of the
do that?
snake, am I SOL? Because teehee, I live for this moment.
Oh no, no. This
Okay,
thing's targeted.
Okay, good.
There we go.
You invoke both death and life upon a 10-foot radius
If you
sphere
go,
centered on the point.
if you go to your core page and you click on Wither and Bloom, it'll actually roll the damage.
Oh, okay.
2d6
I put it
necrotic
in there for you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
In addition, one creature of your choice in the area can spend or.
Joke's on you, nerds. I fear no death, for I am death. Just
Oh,
kidding.
nice.
So if you see that long list, one of them should say Wither and Bloom.
Yep. So I'm just gonna.
Though I see it on there twice, and I see it on there thrice. Why is it on there 3 times?
Yeah.
Because it's just that special.
Okay, I'm clicking on there and it's not really doing anything. Do I have to right click or do I hit the gear?
You click on literally the part that says Wither and Bloom,
So
and then
your monster has to make a
don't
Constitution
use that
saving
damage because
throw.
that was me rolling.
Yeah, I'm just
Um,
trying to.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of send you a picture, and you will click on this part that I circle.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Yeah.
Omae wa shinde
Yeah,
yo.
that's what I'm clicking on.
Nani?
And then it'll come up and it says cast at second level.
Oh,
After you click on that,
hey man.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
I ask question. So, I am a druid, and I can use wild shape.
just roll 2d6.
I can go to a right now. I can go to a
Oh, there it is.
CR14 and lower.
It was just taking a second for your computer to
Alright.
catch
Are
up.
there any
Got it.
unique animals on draw that I can change
Okay.
into at the moment,
Um,
or would you like me to stick with normal stuff until you figure that out?
stick to normal things
Yeah,
right
ignore
now.
the second one. That's all just from me
If you don't mind. We can talk about this one.
clicking it several times to try and get this to work.
All right, so the 8 one is the one that you do, correct?
The first one.
Okay. So it looks like also reading it. In addition, when a creature of your choice in that area can spend and roll one of the unspent hit dice.
Hmm.
So you can have somebody in just, in front of you, Eris, Dom, or the snake, and have it do a hit dice.
Eris.
Not the
Oh,
snake.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I see how.
I hurt the snake. I heal the snake.
That's what I do on Siege. That's not toxic, right?
No, we are not doing BSDM.
Teehee.
All right. So, is that the last of your turn?
Mm. I mean, I could fly directly up to get well out of the way of the snake, but that would make things hard for you, so I'm gonna stay where I am.
All right. Now it
I
is
am up
the
to
snaky
22.
snake turn.
It'd be fun if it went down, wouldn't it?
Yay.
Teehee.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare wish that evil on me.
Me wishing evil, I'm wishing content. How dare you
Alrighty.
say these nasty things?
So, does a 22 hit Dom?
I hope so.
Goodness me. See, bye! I am Tiggies. No, not Tiggies. Tiggies. We're gonna be Tiggies.
If that doesn't hit me, then I'm cheating.
All right. So the giant constrictor snake, now that you have stabbed the side of it, is greatly angered at you, and
Good.
it is now wrapping itself around you and constricting you tighter, making it to where it's very, very difficult to move, dealing 11 damage and holding you into place.
I take half damage from that. So
5 damage.
5 or 6? Which are we rounding down or up? That's up to the DM.
Let's round down.
Okay, so 5.
Just
Okay,
make sure that I also round down because
Yeah, no. I that's what I was asking ahead of time just to make sure. Oh no, I'm at 30 HP. Help me.
Does okay? I guess I got really lucky with my rolls. Yay! Does 22 hit Clint?
The fake Clint or the real
The
Clint?
fake Clint.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Okay, so it's going
And
to
fake Clint is
make
fun.
your fake Clint disappear, as it
No.
is constricted Dom, and then it goes to bite fake Clint.
Okay. As it disappears, Clint just says, "Dang it! Why do you keep making Nash go away?"
And the
If I
snake.
wasn't, if my character wasn't enraged, she would be giving you a quizzical look. But unfortunately, she can't do that at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So now the snake kind of sits itself back up, still 5 feet away from the cart. Dom is wrapped around in its lower section, as it is now kind of focusing on Eris, Huff, and Clint as it is in front of it. So,
Oh, not for
Eris,
long.
it is. What do you do?
Me and baby better have a good time together.
I am looking up a monster that I can turn into. Give me just a second.
Can't you summon your little boy
I
Yeah.
can.
or little girl? Don't know which
Your
one you
your little
declared today.
buddy,
Little
whatever you
bud
wanted, cutie patootie.
who got the right booty.
What?
Gosh dang
I
it.
don't think it has a butt.
Oh,
Why do
It's a
I do
Firefox,
things with you
or
guys?
it's a
Does your
Firefox, right?
does your little guy have a butt?
Firefox got a butt.
Yeah.
He got a booty?
It's in the
Does-
shape
does-
of a dragon.
Does what won't quit?
I mean, a dragon can have a butt too. Come on now.
I am
Don't be
dying
buttsess.
inside so
Definitely dragons,
slowly.
man. Dragons are thick as hell. Have you seen?
Exactly. See.
Sister's dying, literally in game.
Inside. Yes. All right, let's see. Let me go ahead and read her real quick. As an action, you can expend one of your wild shape features to summon your wildfire spirit, rather than assuming a beast form. The spirit appears in an unoccupied spot in your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you. Each creature within 10 feet of the spirit other than you when it appears must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 fire damage. The spirit is friendly to you and your companions, and it obeys your commands. See this creature's game statistics, blah, 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 blah.
Hey, manager, I made the thingy, but it looks as
Uh,
crappy as all hell, so I hope you don't mind.
As long as everybody kind of enjoys it, I think that'll be good.
All right, I'm actually going to wait on the little guy for right now. Instead,
Do I send it to you, or do I send it to the D&D thing?
You
Which one
can
do you
send
want?
it to the D&D thing.
Okay, because everyone can put it on their channel if they want it.
I'm going to turn into a wolf.
Very original.
It's really bad that I want to say something, but I'm shutting up. Hungry like the wolf. Anyway,
I'm gonna BRB real quick a moment.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I have never seen a velociraptor, so I don't think I could turn into that.
Hey,
Says
Tigrass,
you.
we are actually going to be moving the game to Saturday, this coming Saturday. We will be starting it at 8 o'clock on this Saturday. We are going to be kind of going through there, and everything's going to kind of give a facelift. We're also going to be bringing in 2 new players, so this is going to be a lot more fun. And yeah, so again, Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern time is when we're moving the games to, and that's going to be going forward for, I guess, until this game wraps up. But who knows
Yeah.
when that'll be. I'm having
I
fun.
think I think we also will be posting this on YouTube.
Yep. We'll also be posting this on YouTube. I have the first session. I'll be getting updated and ready and posting up on Wednesday if I haven't already. And then I'll be posting up this one either this Wednesday or this Thursday. Once I get everything kind of edited. But really, I'm just going to kind of upload it because there's nothing that really need done. We'll add up new icons for it later on.
Luckily for manager, we're good individuals that he doesn't need to cut us out from derailing too much or saying something out of context and out of pocket.
Honestly, yeah, that's why I was like, honestly, I could just literally just export this to YouTube and upload it by Wednesday. I'm going to do that because there's nothing I got
do you want us to derail? I can work on it. I mean, if
No,
you,
I
if
mean,
you
I
want.
could derail this thing just as fast. That's why I'm good. But yeah, no, we'll definitely be doing this, and thank you so much for the support. I can't wait to see you on Saturday. We're actually going to be also bringing in a table, so you don't have to do that. I'm just saying this for all everybody that if you want to, you can spend a little bit of money and mess with the party. It's going to be kind of fun.
Manager, it hurts me looking at your thing sometimes. Here, use this Fuji Tech thing and just choose the one that says choose the option where it says group browser source image so you can see all of our React images going off when we're talking on your side of the thing. You
we'll
don't
help
actually.
We'll help him set it up later.
Oh, I don't
Yeah, I
have the
just have.
group image up there for you. I have since I have y'all set the 4 at the bottom.
I don't
I
know,
have
just
changed
like.
my mind during that dialogue. I'm gonna summon my wildfire spirit because I'm not gonna let you guys making my wildfire spirit seem weird draw me away from that.
What? You would be weird? We encourage that. What you mean?
Anywho, are you ready to take some fire damage, sis?
I mean, I heard I'm hot as hell, so. I can't even keep a straight face with the stupidity that I just said.
Because you and the snake kind of share a space right now.
Currently.
So she's gonna go ahead and
Sharing is caring. Spicy.
use an action to bring forth the wildfire spirit. So as she goes ahead and does that, she essentially just calls out to the fire dragon. I'm sorry, the pings in Discord distracted me. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So she's basically just gonna go ahead and call out to her fire spirit. Come forth, spirit of flame, and help me smite my enemies. And right next to you guys,
There you go. I added the reactive in it.
a
Someone's
cute
just not letting
fire
me.
spirit appears. It is tiny and it looks like a small small European fire dragon
Cute,
made of fire.
So you have a little fire dragon, correct?
hot, and cute.
Yep, it's a small fire dragon, and it appears next to Sis's character Dom and the snake, which means when it appears in a bit of a fiery blaze. So it has to make a dexterity saving throw, which, since it's grappling someone, I don't know how well it's gonna do, and take 2d6 fire damage, or half of that.
All right. So what is the DC has to make? I'm gonna go ahead and say it fails. What's the
Spell
damage?
save. Oh, just rolled that low. Okay.
Hey,
2d6 fire damage. So let me go ahead and roll 2d6 real quick.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that fails, so I don't have to worry about that.
I did damage. Hey. Oh, sis, you also have to do the saving throw, but you're also grappled. So, goodbye.
That's brutal.
So it's a what throw? It's a what throw? Dexterity saving throw?
Yep.
Since I'm grappled, don't I have the disadvantage on it, right?
Actually, what's going to happen is the moment the fire dragon appears and sets the top half of the snake on fire, it's going to fling Dom into the bush. Kind of exactly what happened. It just flings her, or flings Dom, them into the bush line, as the snake is burning a bit obsessively. I'll leave it at that. Dom, you hit a tree, so I guess you take like bludgeoning damage.
Can I roll acrobatics?
Yeah, go for it.
To lower that chance.
Go
of
for it. If you
ouch?
roll that one, I'm doubling it.
Hell yeah! I hope I do. Let's go. Praise the gods.
Please not one. Please not one.
Please, please, seven. Acrobatics, right?
Yes. Dang it! Now you land perfectly.
T poses.
Darn it! Just picture wrap around a tree and T-pose. All right. So, like I said, the top of the snake is now kind of burning a bit obsessively, obsessively. It flings Dom away from the snake aggressively, kind of like in a knee-jerk reaction. What else do you do, Eris?
I think that's kind of being a bit strange after it gets lit on fire. it takes its turn immediately after mine, so that means I can make it attack. In
Alright.
combat, it shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours.
And
And since I haven't used my bonus action, I can command it to attack. All right. Let's see. Damage immunity is fire. I know. Can't be charmed, frightened, grappled. Oh, it can't be grappled because it's a fire elemental technically. Sorry, I really like my fire dragon.
Remind us we need to set you, make you a small token for.
I'm making them a dragon token right now. Don't worry.
Wait. Okay.
Yay!
Cool.
I'm drawing a spicy dragon.
Attack, and then-
Good.
Okay, so it's
going back to the
1d6
earlier
plus
conversation, how spicy.
proficiency bonus and fire
A
damage.
thick
so 1d6
dragon.
plus 2.
You saw nothing.
Extra C's. Anyways.
Sorry.
Hee. Spicy.
The spirit and each willing creature of your choice within 5 feet of it teleport up to 15 feet in space. Okay, so yeah, she's gonna go ahead and try to make a attack called Flame Seed, which is just a ranged little firebolt that does 1d6 plus my proficiency bonus. So let's go ahead and roll a d20 for him.
Alright, go ahead.
Making sure it's not a d20 plus anything else. Ranged weapon
I'm
attack,
kind of
your
winning
spell
nicknames.
attack okay, so plus
Almost
5.
down one player.
Looks at sister.
Almost down one player, so, you know.
I'm trying my best, okay?
What's,
It's okay. You're squishy. Don't
That
worry.
was an
But you do
11 hit.
no.
My little guy missed. It's fine. He's okay.
It's okay. It's his first time out in a long time. Okay. He's
Doing his
stretching out
best.
his little legs.
So, he opens his mouth and builds up a bit of fire between those that maw of his, and fires forth a mighty bolt of flame, only to have it be dodged. And then he just
Aggressively
glances around.
dodged.
He just glances around for a moment, just like, nobody saw that, right?
Everyone saw it.
Damn it.
I was just sitting on top of the
Oh, wait,
caravan,
you can also
shaking
speak
your
any
head at the
language I
dragon.
can.
Oh, I thought he could understand it. He can't speak.
No. Wait. Let me.
No. As somebody who's a wildfire.
Understands. Yep.
Yeah, no. Trust me. I would have my guy said
I know,
so
it's-
much dumb
It's
stuff.
it's a lot of fun. Like I said, they're
I
having
would've done
fun, which I think.
I definitely want to speak.
Definitely wants to.
I'm good. Yeah, no,
All you
it's,
hear is go.
it's fun watching him do. Snake almost killed.
The crackling of the flame. Anyway, that is its turn.
All right.
Crackling of the ankles. Crunchy.
So it is now Dom's turn. You see the top of the snake on fire. You are kind of over here.
Yeah, but say like, how far away am I?
It threw you about 15 feet. I think each block is like 5 feet. Threw you about
Yeah.
15 to 20 feet.
I'm not squishy, Delta. Shut up.
To be fair, like my character, if they weren't enraged, because personally, I want to know like why did it throw me? Because with a jerk reaction like that, it should have tightened its grip on me.
Far
But it threw me. I
too
was like, that's kind
rude.
of interesting. But either way, my character's enraging and is not going to think about it.
Yeah.
So I like to charge and not jump at it. I would like to stab it.
I like to charge and not. I learned my lessons.
I fire painful. Rar. Anyway.
Right.
Rar. Misting it. Never mind.
20!
Why? Why am I cursed?
So we don't have to do any of the stuff. I will say you go ahead and kill it with just the bare 9. How do you want to kill it?
Again, my character is just right at this point. There's blood on their outfit, just like sprayed on their face and maybe a little bit on their sleeves and stuff because of the way they stabbed into it. And again, my character is looking for any good lethal points, and honestly, it's just gonna go when it's like rearing its head back, screaming at the fire, my character's gonna go underneath the top jaw to go straight through its head, maybe a little bit out of its eyeball, because my character's also thinking this looks like good meat to eat if we could put it out from the fire before it's too late.
All right. So you charge, run in, slam the spear up through its mouth, dealing a killing blow. So the snake kind of falls limp all around. At this point in time, does everybody want to roll perception?
Yes. I want to see the beast that hath been so mean to me.
Alright.
Is looking up at the sky, at the rock. It's always a rock.
That's a nice rock. That's a boulder.
Where is my
That's a boulder. That's a nice boulder.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Good boulder. An over-the-shoulder boulder holder.
Okay, so we'll go from the top down.
Oh,
Clint's staring at a boulder. He likes the boulder. It reminds him of his mining days, or kind of oring area. He kind of sees a little bit, kind of like a shiny aspect coming out of the boulder. Go back to that later. Eris, you and the rest of you. Okay, so Eris, you hear humming in the distance, like soft humming, kind of like a flapping. Picture a fan blowing the pages of a book. That's exactly what you hear. And it's kind of slowly getting louder. Dom, you do not hear this. Eris, you see this as well. The snake has no blood coming out of it. It's not no blood oozing out of it. Dom, you're not covered in blood. There's no blood coming from the snake whatsoever. Huff, you also see that.
My character now knows this is not dinner. If there's no blood on her, she would automatically know it's not dinner, because dinner means bleeding.
Do you all investigate?
She is going to motion for her fire spirit to come over, and she's going to go ahead and pet it gently before taking a look at the snake.
What?
Oh yeah, sorry. So let's get this straight. This thing doesn't bleed. It hates fire. And I think there might be someone nearby. Or something nearby. I don't know why, but I hear something that sounds like the rustling of pages or a scroll.
Okay, this piques Huff's interest. So she's going to ask, Eris, roughly what direction?
Am I good enough to point out the direction? And I'm so sorry, it's hard to hear with the sub music suddenly going. Also, thank you so much for the sub, Delta. Hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic, excellent music day. Welcome back to the Elite Minion.
All right.
That's a nice boulder.
So you're actively now listening. Roll another perception to see if you can pinpoint where the sound is going.
No, I cannot.
You don't know. You just know it's coming eastward, and that's about as much as you could tell. It's like it's coming from the right, aka the east, wherever you're facing, just the east.
So I can't tell whether it's close or far?
It's getting
Getting
closer.
louder, which means they're coming. We have to prepare for another encounter. If I had to guess, it's probably... Is that snake by any chance made of paper? She asks Dom, who's the closest one to the snake.
As soon as you ask that question, my character is just going to take their twist their javelin around and just like cut it upwards through the belly to see how it opens up, kind of thing.
So as soon as you do that, pages kind of pour out of the cuts, and the entire snake starts to kind of slowly sink towards the ground and kind of coming undone. As where, like, take an example of you're stacking a bunch of paper, or you have like this beautiful paper mache. Start cutting it, and then all the pages kind of like fold down and start falling apart. That's kind of what you're seeing in front of you.
This is the work of an assassin, and they're on their way. Do we run or do we stay?
No, it's the work of a boulder master. Trust me, I've been staring at that boulder long enough to know.
That doesn't
Question.
help us in the slightest. All right, I think we should get moving before this person gains any ground.
So, question. I know Huff has fairly high intelligence. Would she be able to recognize this magic?
Go ahead and give it a roll and see if you could find out.
Arcane
Arcana.
ability.
Is that all?
Oh no, that was.
I know. I want
That
to see
was
if anybody else wants to roll.
My character is not familiar with the ways of
Boulder
magic to
Mancer.
even do that.
So you actually have no idea what type of magic this is. Don't know enough to kind of put the pieces together.
Hmm.
Can I make a roll to see if I may have encountered it in my travels?
You have not. I'll go ahead.
Okay.
This is it's rare magic.
Very unique.
In that case, guys, we should probably get going. Dom, let's hop back on. Let's hop back onto the wagon.
Switch places. That's all I say is I stay in the back now, like having my javelin ready. Like almost Spartan style where my hand's out and the javelin's out forward
Right.
kind of thing.
I take the
Just
2
saying,
steps to
yes,
get back in the cart.
So do you leave the boulder?
You know what? I'm gonna take a look at this boulder.
The
All right.
boulder!
All right, go ahead and give me a roll.
Swear to goodness if you actually do something with it.
All right, so when you walk up to the boulder, you find what looks like a chunk of iron and a chunk of copper kind of merging together. um, and the faintest amount of gold.
All right, I'll take my hammer and chisel and my crowbar. Use a little bit of athletics to break that off.
If your character asked me to help, they would do it.
You guys, we can't be distracted by a. Okay, you know what? Fine. She'll get off the cart and face the direction she thought the sound was coming from and get prepared. Her little fire
Huff's-
spirit right next to her.
Huff's just gonna stay on top of the cart, but actively keeping an eye out.
So,
Is that-
go ahead.
I mean, it shouldn't take me too long. I'm a strong dwarf.
It's.
I mean, that's also fair considering that role, but even so, that's her. That's gonna be her reaction.
All right, so you break the boulder. You kind of break the boulder apart, and you pull out. You have a good ore, chunk of golden ore, a much larger chunk of iron ore, as well as copper ore.
I'll process it later.
All right, so you throw it back on the wagon. Everybody gets
Yep.
back on the wagon, and
Yep.
as soon as the horse starts to move, you see, probably maybe 4,000 or 5,000 shikigamis flying from over the tree line and kind of hammering down into this snake, as well as the next one. And slowly the snake starts to lift itself back up, and the second snake begins to form right next to it. Kind of both of the snakes kind of merging into one at the base and two heads coming out, kind of like a snake hydra, slowly forming as you guys are driving away from the snake.
Super high.
On our way out, can I use control flames to like keep them going on fire?
I will have you roll at a disadvantage because now you're going really, really fast, and the wagon is now very bouncy.
Oh, control flames only controls what's still there, though.
Well, it's no longer on fire.
Oh, well, in that case, never mind.
Yeah, it's no longer on fire.
Yeah, it's super
Okay, I'm
bouncy.
gonna do
Yeah, it's
something then.
super bouncy.
Can
The
I
only
assist with some animal handling?
Nope.
Since I'm in front.
I will.
We change places.
Oh yeah, I'll
So
give you that. You can.
Yeah,
you can
because
kinda assist.
after getting her butt kicked like that, my character's not going to be in the back.
The wagon's
Okay.
not as bouncy, but it's still pretty damn bouncy.
Seeing that it's getting up again, and that it's getting bigger and has more heads, I would like to do something.
I would like to weep.
I would like to cry in the corner.
I just want to check something.
So worth it.
My character's not smart enough to argue about this.
Still gonna have my headphones on, but I'm gonna grab an Oreo real quick. I'll be right back. You want an Oreo, manager?
I would love an Oreo. This might be a lot bigger of a fight than I realized, and I love every second of it.
My character
That depends.
is just sitting here with a
Hold
pineapple
on.
tiny kitty in her hair, just like another day, another day.
I'm going to use a first level spell slot.
Alright.
Actually, I can do better. I just need to quickly double check that I can do what I'm thinking of. Because if this works, then we might be able to get away. Is all right. I would like to. Okay, roughly how far behind us is the snake?
I'm gonna move everybody right fast. Give me 1 second.
No worries.
Way everybody can kind of see where they are. Alright, so there you go. That's about the distance that you are at. Alright. So for the
Okay.
time being, everything on this square is now doubled. So it is 30 feet away from you.
Okay, that works for me. I am going to use 2 of my sorcery points to cast darkness directly on it.
You gonna know where
Alright,
we
what
are.
did it do?
Hold on. Oh, why is it? Okay. So yeah. As a shadow magic sorcerer, I can use two sorcery points in order to cast this, instead of using a spell slot. Basically, 15-foot radius sphere around this now larger snake of magical darkness. They pretty much cannot see through it. If it has dark vision, can't see through it. No magical light, can't go through it.
Advanced darkness.
Alright.
I'll get you an Oreo, Delta.
Let's see.
Joke's on you, I already got the Oreos, caveman.
Okay.
Take your time.
Alright, so it is now 80 feet away from you and charging at y'all. So that gained you a decent advantage. It now went from 30 feet to roughly around 80.
So the next question is this still just a straight road?
It's kind of it's a straight-ish kind of windy road. It's not going to be windy enough for for it to lose track of you unless you get about 100.
Okay, so we can't turn off on another road.
No, it's still a straight shot. However,
I'll
So-
take-
it's not gaining up to y'all. If you decide to stop, it will gain up to you. And so
My
it's still
character's
a good
gonna
day's
look
way.
at the druid real quick. Can you magic something it away? Because my character does not know how magic works. As she looks at both of you guys, like, can you do something like that? Looks at the darkness that was on them, like anything like that.
That is a very good question.
Do you
She's
have
gonna
an
go ahead.
answer?
She's gonna go ahead and get up slowly, climb through the back a little bit, get next to Dom. Let me answer your question with some fire. And as soon as it tries to emerge from the darkness, she's gonna go ahead and cast Scorching Ray again, since
Alright.
it has 120 foot range.
Go ahead and roll to see if it hits.
If it doesn't,
18,
it's just...
hell yeah! All right, so that's one hit. I think all those hit.
it's a
It
new type of
does.
snake, so maybe it doesn't.
Oh no, it does hit.
Okay.
Every one of them hits. Looks like it is
14 plus 9 is
24
23.
damage. So you do 23 worth of fire damage to the kind of Hydra snake. It is now out of distance. However, all still hear the humming of books now. And I will go ahead and give let me see. Everybody roll just a dex saving throw.
Well,
bad.
I'm going to die. Goodbye. Give me a sec.
Wait, can my little buddy use the help action? Hold on, let me see if my little buddy can
It-
use
it
the help
can.
action. It can? I'm gonna have it help you out, Dom. So that way you get advantage. It's gonna
Yay.
use the help action for you, so you have advantage.
Because I have 0 dexterity. Thank you for the help action! Thank you for the help action!
Alrighty.
So the driver gets knocked off the thing. Goodbye, friends. It was a nice 20 minutes knowing you.
Alright.
Well, I'm not up front, so I can't help you. I'm so sorry.
So what happens is, out of the forest line, again, like the trail kind of splits the forest into, like, kind of bushes and then an actual tree line itself. Each out of the tree slash line, you have like
So sorry,
hundreds
get-
of these shikigamis slamming on the side of the wagon, coating like one side of it.
I love it.
Everybody
TV.
dodges except for Clint, who gets pummeled with these shikigamis, doing like 18 damage and pushing you off of the moving wagon.
If he goes underneath it, can I try rolling to grab
He's
him?
actually no, he just got like yeeted off the right side. He's not going under. He's going
Ah,
off the opposite side of where these things are
I
slamming.
can't help
I have a
you.
question.
Huh.
Question. So can my little spirit get to him when he falls off?
Because it does have a flight speed on
Oh,
it.
I'm one-upping you on this. Don't even worry.
Okay. Oh.
As I'm flying off, I'd like to use a bonus action
All right.
to put Nash in the exact same seat that I was just sitting at
Okay.
while I'm in air, and then I'd like to swap positions with it.
All right. There you go. You're back on. You're back
My God,
on
that's an
the
amazing
wagon,
save!
and you have like a whole bunch of
Nice.
shikigamis kind of like sticking out of your right side of you.
I feel like these daggers are paper thin. Huh? Huh? I'm in pain.
I mean,
Okay, so combat is now over. As you all kind of keep riding, since it's 10:30, I want to go ahead and kind of call it here until the next one because I think this is a perfect ending point. Um, as you all keep riding because of the combat, because of riding really really fast and trying to get with the Hydra, you get to the village that is the to the underside of the mountain much faster. As you all are pulling into this village after riding for excessive amount of time, the horses are exhausted at this point in time. Um, the village guard kind of stares at you very curious as your wagon is like peppered on one side with shikigami. Pretty sure that two or three wagons spool, so like the little wagon part of the wheel is like completely cut off. Um, somehow did not break in the ride. Um, decides that not to ask any questions and just wave you all through out of pure pity, especially seeing the dwarf on the front of it kind of like at this point in time pulled off all the shikigamis, but just like has a whole bunch
Just
of
a flesh wound.
it has a whole bunch of
it's
red
just
marks.
it's just like the handprint, like a handprint. You know how you get slapped with a handprint? It's just the outline red marks of a shikigami on the side.
Yeah, it's like, he's not gonna ask any questions and just kind of wave you through, so you all get to the village. It's probably about 10 o'clock at night. This village it's a decent sized village, probably maybe about 50 or 60 buildings. Um, it has two taverns.
Does it have a temple?
It does not have a temple. Oh no, no, yes, it does have a temple. It does have a small little temple near the middle of the village. Um, the village is at like the base of this massive mountain in front of you. The mountain is almost kind of like the Rocky Mountains here in the States. At some parts, some of the angle just goes almost 90 degrees up into the air. There's a trail that's been cut off that kind of goes into this very large snake-like trail that goes up to the top. Um, and it goes up to
Hmm.
the top of the mountain, which you can't really see the top of the mountain from from where y'all are standing because there's just like it just keeps on going into the clouds. Plus, it's also very dark for being night. Um, so what we'll do is I'll let everybody go kind of like once, and then after that we'll close it for here and pick it up on next Saturday.
So this town is like a town of like what, like
It's a
2,000,
trade.
2,500
Yeah, it's a
people.
2000. It's a 2000.
Like it's small, but like homely.
Yeah, it's small, homely town. You have like little farmlands off to the side. Um, again, nothing too big for about 2,000, 2,500 people, 50 or 60 buildings. Trade post or big trading area since it's like getting to this village is the next village until you get to the other side of the mountain where you have pretty much the elvish village. There's a lot of humans walking around on this village. A lot of the Dracardians, which um, each Dracardian, which you guys know, which I do apologize, I failed to mention this in the beginning, so I do apologize. Every Dracardian has glow. Well, I did mention every Dracardian has glowing blue tattoos. Even so Dracardians are the elves, the humans, the dwarves, and a few other races that I've and species that I've kind of created as well. They're moving around again. You can kind of tell Dracardian based off the glowing blue tattoos, the tribal tattoos that kind of cover them. This is again the last Dracardian village before you get to the Elvish village, literally on the opposite side of the mountain, which takes about 3 or 4 days just to get to from the kind of heavy uh, mountain climbing. Again, it's a trail, but it's such a steep trail that the horses usually just get exhausted from pulling and then get exhausted from trying to not let the wagons go down the mountain really really fast.
All right. Now that we're finally in town, so you did say it was nighttime, by the way.
Yeah,
right?
it's late at night. It's like 10, 11 o'clock at night. It's late in It's late for this era. It's not late for us, but it's very, very late for this era.
All right, so she's gonna go ahead and use produce flame, and then control flame on that, so that way she has like a little portable lantern around herself that just kind of floats right above her shoulder. And she's gonna go ahead and look around to the others and just be like, "All right, so we have a few options. We can go find an inn, which I'm sure there's a decent one somewhere around here. We need somewhere to put up the horses after all. Or I can go ahead and ask the temple to house us for the night if we plan to leave immediately. Preferably, I would very much like to have a small rest in this village for at least a day or two." What say you guys?
Okay, now out of game question. Since I have a guild membership, is the how does like because one of the parts of that mead being is that I can find shelter in cities and towns as well as guild hards.
Specifically, you.
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't
can
cover us.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying, is there a way that I can go to a place to see if I can find a place for either be it me or if I can find a deal for my group?
You
Like,
know,
I
you
just
can more or
because
less
as being
find a deal. Okay, so you could find a deal for the cheaper slash middle taverns. Majority of like the high class taverns, they don't really honor any type of deal. They'll put you in a room either way. It's normally
yeah
not the best room, but it's a high class
yeah yeah
tavern. So it's a nice room compared to like anywhere else you could stay, but it's not. It's one of their bad rooms, which again is still very, very
yeah.
nice.
I'm gonna look at the group saying, I do have a bit of how do you put this? An expertise as well as a bit of know-how how to get us a little room for at least a few days if we want to stay for more than one, if comfortably. Not very well off, but comfortably for all of us. If that is an option you all choose to take.
I think a 2-day stay would be perfect for the horses in particular. We did ride them
I
particularly hard today.
I am just worried for one reason. The attacker of that thing, which if we think about it now, sorry, I was a bit zoned out during the fight, but it was a snake-like thing with very, very potent abilities of you can say destruction. And if we could remember what's on our arms and what Draz has told us, I don't think staying in one place for too long is the best idea, especially those around us, because they might get a little bit entangled in our situation.
Very true. In that case, a night's rest should still do us good.
Can I take a
Well,
bunch of the the shikigami like pieces? Like, can I take them all off the cart?
Oh yeah, you could take them off the cart. They're literally
Okay.
like, they're still paper, but they're like wedged in like a bunch of daggers on to
Yeah.
hit the west. All right, so you could take them all.
Yeah,
If
I'll take them all, and then I'll just look for another cart nearby, and just put them in that one.
I was going to ask if anyone could study that to see if we could get any information from it, but that might be the better option if they're using that to track us.
I mean,
But
we absolutely don't know what they're capable of, so better safe than
however, I
sorry.
don't think they're tracking us that way because they found us already. I think what we have on us is what's actually using the means to track us, but that's just my 2 cents. 2 coins, whatever you say in this day of age.
If
But
we want to risk it, I could have a look tonight.
maybe as we do our rest here, that might be an option for us to do.
I don't need to stay in an inn. I'm as comfortable in an inn as in a tree branch. I can stay out of town.
I feel like us being together might be the best option.
Mentioning we
Splitting
wouldn't have
in
to pay for an extra room for you either way.
if we knew what we were dealing with, dividing and conquering is the best way, but as dividing us will weaken our numbers and probably isolating you in a way that cannot take you out easily.
All right, I'll let you thinkers think. I'm gonna go get me a beer.
You know what? I'm all for that. She's gonna follow.
I'm gonna look at
Ken.
them like, I have liquor that I was going to share with us after the victorious thing. I am a brewer.
While this is happening, Puff's just tucking her little wings into her cloak, just to sort of reduce any suspicion before we get far into town.
Are you hanging on like someone's shoulder if you're doing that then?
I was currently on top of the wagon as we were getting into town.
Do do you need help?
Decisions.
If you
Haphazard.
jump, I will catch you. My character opens up their arms and like their hand, like opens their open palms, saying like seeing if they're gonna jump for it or not.
I mean, you're like 6 foot something. You could probably.
I'm
just
6'8".
reach up and
Yeah,
grab
I'm probably as tall as this guy.
You probably jump up and like grab her.
Yeah, but my character is polite.
Okay, so Huff is going to very carefully climb down the side of the cart to the driver's side, and then jump into the arms.
All right. I catch and I put you beside, like I put you on my shoulders next to Pine, because Pine, I think, is probably at this point smaller than you.
Smaller than 2 feet?
Yes, by a lot. They're like
Yeah, smaller.
like half a palm size.
So, Clint, when we finally get to the tavern for some drinking, you think I can drink you under the table?
We need our driver to be sober unless you want to learn how to drive.
They have a good point.
She still waits for Clint's answer.
My character's good. And like she's like their eyes are closed and smiling, but internally they're having like the whole like
The bigger
palms
question
put together, breathing.
Are you trying to leave tomorrow?
I suppose we should.
So are y'all walking to like anywhere? Or y'all standing? Where? What are y'all doing?
We're currently walking to try
Well,
and find an inn. Eris is leading the horses.
No.
So as y'all do that, you see the stable master is right next to the kind of like entrance of the village, so you could check in the wagon there, or did y'all want to walk past it and look around and then come back?
Oh no,
Ah.
she's gonna check in the
Get in there
horses.
then. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
While because probably Clint and Eris is talking to each other, thinking about how they're gonna drink.
Would the bar itself not have a stable, or would the stable at the bar be more expensive?
Majority of the towns just have a large stable area. The taverns just have it. Taverns have it to where you can kind of keep your horses, but majority of the time,
Also, like a single horse, but
Yeah.
not
yeah, the
Okay.
majority of the time it's more or less of please check your horses in and at the stables, and then walk into the town versus riding your horse everywhere. Um, which is
But I
what
want to get mud everywhere.
that's pretty much it. Is like a lot of villages don't enjoy in this world don't enjoy riding horses everywhere because it's very muddy. They also
But
poop
my
everywhere.
disease.
Yeah, that's why they also poop everywhere. So it's like just check it in and then you can go in. You also notice like the main street is built for wagons, but a lot of the smaller alley streets and smaller streets are not built for wagons and horses. They're built for just everyday kind of movement. The village being very kind of like not compacted, but built where enough for civilian traffic, and that's about it.
Okay.
So in that case, they would check the horses in, and how much is for repairs on the cart?
So the wagon hand kind of walks out and looks at the wagon. Is like, somebody throw daggers at
Yeah.
wagon?
Yep. It was everyday Tuesday. I had to let my anger out.
Oh, you hit the.
I'm gonna let those two
Okay,
get situated with the wagon. My character will actually try finding rooms for them at an inn, since they're better equipped to deal with that.
So I guess I'll just put 2 new wheels on for you. 20 silver.
The integrity of the rest is whatever. But yeah, here you go. Here's your 20 silver.
He'll take it and look at the wagon. It's usually cost 10, 15 silver a night. Yeah, we'll do 10 night. Already repairing your stuff. So how long am I keeping it?
Just until the morning. We'll be by to pick him up. And thank you so much.
By 3 p.m.
Yeah, by 3 p.m. That should be late
Well,
enough.
I won't be here.
The third wing.
Won't be here, but my brother will. So he'll check it out for you. I'll get the repairing tonight. I needed something to do anyways.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well,
Bless you and the primordial flame.
so I usually always recommend cheaper taverns. That's one I always kind of recommend out of game. I had the stupid name written down earlier today, and I don't have the word up.
The name of the tavern is called Cheap.
Yeah, we'll go with cheap. I call it
Hold on.
cheap. It's not the actual name. It's literally two taverns built across from each other. It was two families that had a feud with each other.
The Sage and Pipe.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
It's called
Yeah,
the Rom
one
and
is
Tom.
Sage, one is Pipe. It was two brothers that, for some odd reason, just did not like each other. One wanted to open a fancy tavern, and the other one wanted to open a cheap tavern. So they literally opened it up across from each other and been in business since. So I recommend Sage. The other one's it's too expensive, but I always recommend it. Plus, to have good ale.
Well, that's always a huge plus for sure.
So he's going to take the horse, bring the horses in. He's also going to go ahead and you'll just see him kind of start working on the wagon. You also notice that a lot of other wagons have their stuff still on the wagons. Like thievery is very, very discouraged in Dracardian. So there's not a lot of like open thievery into stuff.
Additionally, I have a quick question. How well lit is the town at night?
So the town, so this town is decently well lit. You see the main streets has not taverns,
Lanterns.
lanterns that are sorry, I can't think of the name now. It's the lantern that sits on the pole high up in the air. Each of them
lamp?
have yeah, it's pretty much like a lantern. I can't think of the actual name. Each one of them has a really bright rune that kind of shines the entire main main road. And you also notice that the main road is literally like so you could see from one side of the town to the other side, um, up to the mountain. So this is literally like a path where they built the town around the path. So it's one straight line, and then the town's built around this entire straight line.
Well, that makes it easy
I'm
to
not
find
opposed
things,
here.
that's for sure. All right. I believe. Where did Dom go?
Dom's no longer there. Dom is looking for a cheap inn. Dom walked away long ago.
So Dom is currently walking down the main area. You can kind of see them, but
It's hard to miss a 6'8" individual with bright blonde hair
yeah,
in the lamplight.
like I said,
And a tiny figure on his shoulder.
it's
Yeah.
dimly lit, but it's decently lit. It's not like New York Main Street lit to where it's like almost daytime when you walk in the main area, but it's not completely dark. There's a lamppost every probably about 10 feet, so it's enough light to kind of to see and navigate your way through without bumping into anybody. Plus the
I have
streets
dark
are
vision.
also
I'm good.
very they're dead at this time of night. You have some people moving around, but for the majority of people, everybody's in their rooms and the taverns drinking or going home from being drunk. Dom will walk and they will get to a large kind of a crossroad. Two very large roads built for wagons and horses. Again, the rest of the town isn't, so it's kind of like a giant plus symbol with a village built around in a circle. You get to the beginning of the plus symbol. On one side, you see the Sage, and on the other side you see the Pipe. Both of them are taverns. The Sage has decent doors that look like um, Looks like they've seen a lot of wear and tear. The outside of the tavern seems like it's seen a bit of wear and tear. The inside's very rowdy. Uh, you can hear a lot of people drinking and enjoying their ale. The doors are usually always opening and closing. People coming in, most people leaving, but some people still trickling in. And then across from that, you see the pipe. It's a nicer tavern. Everything looks like it's new and well maintained. Um, you hear singing in the pipe. Not a lot of like talking. Um, everybody's kind of enjoying their time. Not as many people are going in, or not as many people are going out. More people are going into the pipe.
Okay, so being working for draws at that tavern, I'm going to the rowdy one because that one's home.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one's definitely more home for Roz created. So
Yeah, so my character doesn't even really look at the pipe that much. Goes turns straight to Sage because I was gonna immediately ask like which one's the loudest one because that's where my character is going.
Sage is definitely the louder one, and as soon as you kind of push open the door, it's not even locked, and there's no doorknob. You just
D-
push the door open and
do-
push it closed.
Does my
Um,
character have to like kind of dip a little bit in there, or is
your
it good
character
enough
will
height?
have to kind of dip just to get through the door frame.
Yeah,
Then you'll be able to stand back up. But your hair is kind of like you know how you have like your hair never sits fully on your head. Your hair kind of
yeah.
like sits up at the top. The top of those hairs are touching the support beams, not the ceiling itself, but the support beams.
I my character hopes like, oh no, I hope nobody is intimidated by my size. I swear I'm just a teddy bear. Like I'm thinking this in my head, and I'm just because like I'm trying to be very because since Huff's on my shoulders, I try to like lower my shoulder where they're on a little bit just to make sure they don't hit anything, and I'm just gonna go straight for the bar or because like usually the bartender is usually the big chieftain of this area, so I can see if I can get a room or a place.
So you will walk up to the bartender. The bartender yells out, "He'll be there for 1 second." You see him serving few other drinks. You see one or two winches kind of moving back and forth. Um, bartender finally walks over to you after about 5 or 6 minutes. Looks at you and kind of puts down the cloth rag as he gives you his full attention. New in town, looking for a room.
Me and my acquaintance are looking for him. Yes, a
Two rooms.
total probably would be best. I feel like the ladies would like their own space.
You're going to tell him about the guild thing.
Yeah, no, I tell them about them. It kind of shows too, because like when I go look at the stuff, I actually put down my guild pass on
Oh,
there
okay.
too
Yeah,
to talk about it.
he'll pick up the
Mhm.
guild pass and kind of like look at it, but not like he kind of looks at it. I hate to say this.
Just to make sure it's
Well, you
real.
know how you go to a bar and like some of the bartender or the bouncers will just look at the ID and hand it back to you,
Yeah,
just staring like 2 maybe 2 seconds, not even that, and just hand it back. He kind of does that. He just looks at it and gives it back. All right. Normally it costs 50 silver per night. Since you have your discount, I'll do 20 silver for 2 nights. Or 40 silver for 2 nights. So 100 usually it will be a gold. You do it for 40 silver and you get 2 nights. That includes breakfast, not dinner.
understandable. Yeah, we're staying into town till morning, so
Oh,
I
one
take
night?
out a
All right.
yes.
Question.
Huh?
Mhm.
I just want to do this for the sheer hell of it. Can I convince him to let us have dinner as well?
Yeah,
Persuasion?
sure.
Yeah, what do you say to him? Like
Not so much to him, but more so to you, as well as I'd like to use Druidcraft again in order to actually get sort of a sound of a stomach rumble, a very loud stomach rumble.
All right. So go ahead and give
And
me a persuasion roll, and you're using Drew.
Druidcraft.
He'll kind of lean back after hearing the growling. Y'all haven't eaten yet. About
It
the
was a rough ride with a little bit of engagement as we tried getting here.
type of engagement. Always curious.
The type that they threw a lot of knives at us and a snake tried eating one of us.
Roll your deception.
It's not deception because it's not a lie. There was a snake trying to eat us, and
No,
technically the
just
Shimiko
go ahead and roll just for him to see something.
Okay. That's a 9. I don't know why it's a 9.
He doesn't. He believes you, and he just says, okay, well, that's at least it's not the damn paper shit that. All right.
Paper stuff?
Paper shit?
That
Yeah.
doesn't. That sounds rather messy. Because my character's taking that to literal heart.
Yeah, there's this stupid paper wizard. They call them like the paper bandits. It's the stupidest name you could think of. I mean, no originality whatsoever. Anyways, they set up shop. There's a few adventurers that went after them. They turned tail and ran because something about these giant like snake hydras that came out, and they're like they said that just they didn't want to deal with it and they weren't getting paid enough for it. So we sent in an order for Jacquard to kind of wipe it out, but you know
By chance,
that's going to take some time to get somebody that actually wants to come out here and actually deal with this stupid wizard.
is there a little bit of gold in making in that request? Do you mind if I look at it? Because we are always looking for more funds on our travels.
You need to go and speak to the mayor. They have a board outside their their town hall that has information on it. I know there is a gold reward. I think he's offering 10 gold, and you get to keep whatever you find. It's a wizard. I'm assuming there's a bunch of crap from that. Either way, you kill it, I'll give you a free night for a week. Hell, sucks with
I'll
business.
take your word on that.
Do I have
However,
any
you
more
will
gold
kill
daggers
it, then
in my
I'll give you
bag?
your money back. Pardon?
Oh, I'm looking at the tall one and asking if I have any more of those daggers in my back. This feels itchy.
Oh wait, we're actually in the tavern now.
Yeah,
Okay,
y'all
cool.
by the time would have got whatever. And you, by the time y'all enter in, you hear him talking about the paper wizard. And Clint asked Dom to remove something from his back.
Yeah, it just still feels itchy, so I don't know if I got them all. Could you check? Or is it a mosquito?
Oh, here, I got you. And she'll check the dwarf's back.
We'll
I didn't know who
see.
you were addressing to. That's my thing.
Oh, you said Dom.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Sorry. My character
No,
would
it's
actually
fine.
turn around and look at it.
You see one of the paper is kind of wedged into his armor and into his shoulder, like very annoyingly. It's kind of like torn in half, so that's why he used it.
I'm just gonna lean over and just grab it and crump it in my fist as I put my put my hand in my pocket. Like, you had a bit of
It was mosquito, wasn't it?
it was a loose fitting right there that I had to fix real quick.
Ah. Okay.
So the bartender would be like, yeah, so I'll give what was it, 20 gold or 20 silver for a night. You killed the wizard, you show me proof, I'll give you your silver back. It's 20 silver per night. Discounts or so 40 silver. About to catch myself. 40 silver for 2 rooms. Comes with breakfast since the little one's hungry. 10 silver or 5 silver all around. I'll give you all dinner, steaks, or whatever you want.
So I produce 1 gold coin, saying, "Here you go." And
So how long y'all staying? One night?
just 1 night.
One night so far. However, we might check out the paper bandits.
Gold is gold.
So he will hand back 55
Hey,
silver
food.
and then 2 keys, and then go back into the back to get tell the cook to get dinner.
A nicely warm cooked meal after a week of traveling. This is going to be really nice. I mean, I'm used to nomadic life, but nothing beats a tavern meal.
So
Just
while
don't
y'all are talking,
drink too much.
ale is being put down in front of each one of you.
She takes a really good swig of it.
Now,
She looks very, very used to drinking the ale.
Now, the problem with my character, they're kind of cautious, especially with being in a bar often. So before they even drink it, they are going to test it to make sure nothing's in it. As being as brewer themselves, they get a special little spoon out and test it. Especially with the fact that we are marked for death. My character's being overly cautious about everything at the moment.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, that
It's.
And,
Oh, go ahead.
sorry. She'll see that and just glance over at Dom. You know, if you're that worried about it, she'll go ahead and whisper a soft little incantation and let a gentle. It looks like little tiny sparks, but it's not actual sparks because I don't want to set a fire on alcohol. uh, but it looks like little sparks of magic going towards their cups for a moment. Hits in and then suddenly makes the ale glow for just a moment before it fades. There, nice and purified.
I wanted not to bring attention to show that you used magic, but now you just
I am
announced...
openly advertising myself as a priestess of the flame. Everyone knows that the priestesses use magic.
I'm just... Due to my living style, I like to hide my cards instead of showing them.
Very well. But my own cards leave things very out in the open, and I do apologize about that.
Then taken.
The priestesses aren't really known for hiding anything from the public, after all.
Blah, blah, blah.
I'm just wondering, how large are these ales?
So being you are 2 feet.
Yeah, that's
Did they even
kinda what
give
I was
you ale?
wondering.
Because that'd be
It's
funny. They gave you just a thing of fruit juice.
no. They gave her
Ale.
they gave her a full size ale, so pint. So it's about 8-9 inches tall and
Oh, that's a big mug. I love this
What,
place.
five inches wide. I mean, it's cheap ale, so it's not going to be like amazing ale. But you can definitely taste alcohol in it, and you could definitely taste the cheaper ingredients. It's not bad. I mean, everybody in here is drinking, so. But it's not like Draz is a bar, and it's not like some of the high end stuff that it buys.
Yeah.
it's better than the prison toilet water ale I drank.
Oh,
So,
much better. Much
I'm
much
pretty
better.
happy about that.
So yeah, I was pretty much going at it with this giant glass.
It's a bendy straw.
Alrighty, so
We can stop at drinking if you want to.
well, I was gonna say, does anything happen before everybody returns to their rooms?
Other than her usual thing of setting her nightlight before going to bed, not really.
We can save what I was gonna do for next week.
No, go for it if you want.
It'll take a while.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't mind. Keep going.
I kind of want Fangar and Lucy to sort of, because I wanted them to be introduced at night, is why I sort of put it forth that way.
Mm.
All right.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. However we end, it's however they're being introduced.
I definitely wanted to be at the night instead of the
Alright.
day.
So I'm actually gonna put Huff down, and I'm gonna actually just stand up after eating my meal and lightly drinking. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go for a walk. I'm not doing an Alcar reference, okay? This better not turn into one.
It
Anyway,
It better turn into one.
it better not turn into one.
You say
I walk out just to look at the board that they were talking about. Just slightly whistling as I walk out in the streets.
Be careful out there.
I think I'll be fine.
She's ordering her second mug.
Don't drink too much.
I make no promises.
Something we can agree on, and I just walk out.
All you hear as you walk out is just Eris asking the bartender, "Hey, can I please get I'll pay a little extra for some of the good stuff if you don't mind."
All right. So I'll go ahead and divide this. Eris, they kind of nod their head. cost 1 silver for the higher end ale, which they'll happily switch out. So go ahead and deduct 1 silver bag. So for Dom, for Shiggles, give me a D100.
I'm fudged.
It's a 1.
I hope. Oh my god, I hope.
It's 100. You see a
I hope
dragon.
not. Aw, 2 more away from life.
2 more away from the answer to the life, universe, and everything.
I got a 40. That's how my back feels.
Alright, okay, I like this. Alright, so as you're walking through the town, you will be you kind of see just out of the corner of your eye it's definitely a male stumbling around, kind of like holding on to the building, and he's trying to cross the large cross area, trying to cross the street. Stumbles and falls into the onto the to the stone pavement, pushes himself up, stumbles a little bit, falls back into the back into the ground, and finally pushes himself up and kind of starts to walk past you. Roll a perception.
My hands are in my pocket, so if they try stealing that, my gold's not even in
Oh
there.
no, just roll one, just for shit.
Yeah, no, but like like I said, my character's being overly stupid cautious. 17.
So you see, so as he passes you, and it's like you just now notice that there's no one else outside. Kind of like eerily that no one else is outside.
I'm turning to Alucard. Hell.
You hear the sound of a crossbow being fired as it slams into the back of this drunken male, and he kind of just lunges forward, takes his cloak off, and you can clearly see he is second.
Fight. Except
It
she's
is
fallen.
a Fowland, which is my version of a Drow. So he is Fowland are militaristic elves. Oh, go ahead.
Is he welcome in these parts or not? Like, out of
So
curiosity.
do you intervene, or do you want me to keep going?
Just rule of thumb. Like, since I live here, are they considered good or?
You do not see any markings on him, and you also know that the Fowlin are majority, if not almost always, a part of the Elvish Kingdom, and they're mostly in the Elvish Kingdom military. They make up like 90% of the Elvish military.
Problem with my character. Damn their chivalrous heart. They would like to help because they look stumbling and everything like that. So my character would actually try to help.
So as you're walking towards this person who just got a crossbow in the back, he rips off his cloak and turns around. That's when you kind of see he's a Fowlin, and he's pulling out a like a smaller version of a crossbow, kind of like almost a handheld crossbow, and starts to try to aim it at you. And before he could fire, another crossbow hits his wrist and sends the crossbow like bouncing down the pavement. And then, as he is now kind of like groaning in pain, you see three figures kind of pull out of the shadow, almost out of nowhere. Like you did not see these.
I didn't mean for this to turn into an Alucard moonwalk.
You didn't see these three, and then just behind you, you feel like something's behind you. Before you can even react, you have a dagger to your neck. And the person over says, "Just close your eyes."
Mine is already closed.
All right. Do you keep them closed?
Hell yeah.
You hear a whole bunch of grunting, like fights, and then as the knife pulls away from your neck, everything's gone, except for the blood that's on the ground.
I'm just gonna kick dirt over it. I'm like, I don't want to be asked questions today, and I just turn to go towards the board. I just want to go read the board. I don't want any more business. But
Alright.
before I leave, is it just the blood, or did something fall anywhere in that area?
Oh no,
to
no,
make
it's
me
blood. There's nothing else
Okay, yeah,
there.
no, there's dirt over that now. There's nothing there. Then I just go to the board now.
So you get up to the board, and you'll see a few papers lining the board. One of them is what looks like a the paper for like on
But
the
before we
paper.
continue
Okay.
that, I just have a question. What did the voice sound like when they were holding the knife to my throat? What did it sound like?
It sounded effeminate, but it sounded like very cold. What you would expect somebody who's killed and tortured individuals,
Okay,
like
an
one who
inquis.
they would cut your throat and not think a second of it.
Okay, so an inquisitor female something had me a knife hold.
Yep. And they were so quiet that you couldn't even tell they were there until that knife was at your neck. And it was very skilled. Like the knife hits your neck and you don't feel any pain. Like it was the most skillful assassin or whatever you dealt.
All right, so my
Oh,
character's like,
this is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
"Ah,
be very
neat,
happy. You didn't speak.
somebody saw my face, but luckily I didn't see their face."
Yep. So you get up to the board, happy as could be, after you just have a near death experience.
Teehee.
So you get up to the board, you see a few bounties listed up there. Then you see the one that you were looking up. It's kind of up at the top. So the higher the bounty on the board, the more it pays, but the dangerous that it is, and the more needed it is to be done. Highest
Instead of
on the
ripping it,
board. Okay.
instead of ripping it off just in case if anyone else wants it, I'm just taking out my notebook and writing down the information about it.
So you see, you'll write down there is a gang of roughly around 10 bandits and one very 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 powerful warlock. Um, um, that's called the Paper Gang. Uh,
That's such a dumb name. My character's still shaking their head.
Yep. So you know that the wizard, I mean the warlock is the leader of leader of the gang. They will attack anything that has a wagon on it because they are mostly attacking trade. Um, they're known for murders, kidnappings, and other yeah, pretty much that. Um, and they're just becoming a nuisance for this village. You specifically know that at some point in time this gang is just going to leave because Jacquard will mobilize high-level adventurers to kind of take care of this, but they actually need to mobilize their a part of the military to go and crush this. Um, and they're also decently far away from the village that it would take a little bit longer for the military to get involved. So it will get resolved either way. But you obviously, if you want gold, it's there, and you also notice there's a 20 gold bounty.
I just because my character sees the amount of gold, they're gonna grin, like almost like like a fox grinning, like ah. And then, is there any symbols that are associated with the paper gang or anything on this thing?
You see a lot of like a shikigami, like it's a kind of reoccurring thing of these the smallest shikigamis um, that are notorious and known.
Okay, so by the way, is there another way back to the inn over there that's not near
Nope.
that blood spot? Okay, I just want to make sure. I just wanted to FYI. My character is gonna let her. They're gonna let their hair down because the thing that holds their hair up is not only just a ribbon, but their brass knuckles that acts like it. So they're gonna take the brass knuckles off and just put it on their hands as they're just like walking and being more perspective about things. So that instead of the hair being very high up, it's a little bit lower.
Nothing happens as you walk back.
Okay, I just go. I say nothing. I just go to my room and sleep.
All right. Does anybody else want anything before they go to sleep?
Other than
Man,
other than Eris finally bandaging her wound and drinking, not really.
manager, I swear to goodness, if I go out, keep going for these walks, and I keep somehow making friends with these whatever assassins, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be so sad with you. You just see murderers everywhere. It's like, and then the one day they're just gonna come at my throat. It's like, why do we always run into you when we're killing someone? You know, it's the same question myself. I just want to go for a walk.
So,
The trend now. Oh, go ahead.
so before heading off to bed, Huff's still a little interested in that little piece of crumpled paper. Was there any chance that that piece of paper was still around?
If you asked for it before I left, you could have it.
Huh?
Oh wait, you mean the one that you collected or the one I got off Clint? Which one? Because you
Oh,
said
I
you
didn't
took one.
collect one.
Oh, I thought you did. Oh, but if you, because I took one off the back of Clint, so if you asked for that before I left, I would have gave it to you.
Hmm. Okay. How about I head up to the bedroom, or to the bedrooms we've rented, to the same one that Dom has gone to.
So, my character just keeping everyone on their toes. So the room that my character got for everybody was like the two girls were going to have their own room, and then Dom was going to share a room with Clint and his
okay then.
brother. So if you knock on
Yeah,
that
and my
door-
brother. Thank you.
Yeah, but Dom's respects. Dom is respectful.
All right. So does Huff?
Alright.
Do you get the piece of paper?
Well, seeing as I didn't ask for it before Dom went off, and
And you can
seeing as
retcon it.
I'll
I'm
be
not
staying
gonna.
in a different room.
Yeah.
Not gonna. I'm not. You can retcon. I'm not gonna be.
Alright, let's retcon it then.
Yeah.
I say that's such a small thing. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
Huff is going to ask Dom before they head off to bed if they still have that crumpled piece of paper that they took off of Clint's back.
Yes. Though I do warn you, it's a lot more crumbled up now because character bites their knuckles as they debate. That I would just just say it was an eventful night today. Here, have it. It's a little bit more crumbled.
Thank you. So, out of curiosity, to see if there's anything left in it, she's going to use a first level spell slot to detect magic. See if there's anything left that can be looked at.
Alright. So I'll go ahead and so how I'll do this is like if you actually so like at night you have tons and tons and tons of time.
Mhm.
I'll usually just give it to you unless it's like super super high, then I'll let you know. For something like this, you don't have to roll or DC or anything.
Oh, I was just wondering if there's any magic actually left.
Oh
in
no,
it.
I was just letting you know for so that way I use detect magic tonight and I get the just for again anything future because there's a lot of magic in play in this campaign.
Mhm.
So you holding the Shikigami, it's you kind of unravel it a little bit. It's very very crinkly. Parts of it's tearing. But you detect paper magic.
Okay.
Being someone who uses magic, and again, this is not D&D. This is my campaign, just out of context. The higher level that you get, the more you can start. Um, the more higher in magic that you get, the more you can start specializing in specific styles of magic, like gravity magic, paper, fire. If you think of it, you can specialize in that style of magic and start
Okay.
utilizing various spells for the magic. And again, I'll let anybody who uses magic be able to do this as well. But again, you are specializing in that specific style of magic, meaning you don't have access to anything else because again, you are specializing in paper. And so this one is paper-based magic, which starts to be able to morph, utilize, and move paper around very, very, very freely. So it's a very, very high level or high intelligent wizard or warlock and wizard that is able to use this style of magic. So yes.
Yeah, my character went straight to bed. They did not tell you any information they gather from this. They're like, have this, have fun, good night.
You do anything else with it, or and did that answer your question?
I think Huff is going to take this piece of paper with her, heading up to the rooms, and she's going to spend a bit of time just staring at it, examining it, and thinking about it before heading to bed.
All right. Anybody else have anything
I just have a quick question. Are these like cots? Are they like actual beds? Are they like just pieces of like hay with a blanket over it? Or what do we
What are we working with here?
yeah.
So I'll go ahead and describe the room since everybody's in the room now. So as everybody kind of enters the room, or slowly, as you enter, you see two beds in each room. Two kind of a little bit bigger than a twin-size bed. Each of them is filled with hay. The pillows are filled with cotton. Sheets are as well cotton-based. There is a dresser in between the two twin-size beds. And then on the opposite side of the beds is a small fireplace that kind of heats the entire room when it becomes winter. Right now it is inactive because it's the summer and no one really needs the fire. You also notice that the fire doesn't have a chimney. It uses rune-based fire, which doesn't really produce much smoke. And then obviously there's a window on the opposite side of the door. And then one dresser up under the window.
That's actually quite nice.
Mhm.
All right. Well, what you doing, Ro?
Clint is just hanging out. He decided to just go back to his room. He's just staring out the window with the pipe lit.
You can open the window so you can actually have it open.
I open the window and accept a nice breeze, letting the smoke out.
Yes,
It's
don't
nice.
suffocate me in my sleep.
It's a nice night. It's dark. Moon is probably about half of a moon, so it's kind of dimly lit the area. Again, you see every now and then you see the city guard moving down the street, kind of patrolling. Very few individuals are moving back and forth. Nothing out of the ordinary kind of look. Just a very
Mhm.
quiet, enjoyable night.
Yeah, nothing could go wrong for anyone in this town at this time of night.
It coughs.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
so comfortable outside.
Oh yeah, it's a great place to live at. effing coughs.
So,
What? Oh, is the smoke bothering you?
No, my character that's me out of game. My character right now is asleep and not worried about the world.
I have a quick question. How many ales could I have finished in this time?
You probably down maybe 3 or 4 if you actually tried.
She tries.
Yeah, your character would have down 4.
How drunk or how bad of a hangover are you gonna get?
That depends. Am I going to roll a constitution?
You know what? Let's do that for fun.
That's gonna be a good first impression with the new people that are gonna be in our group.
No hangover.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah, no, there's no hangover.
She's gonna go ahead and use her quarterstaff and help get herself up to her room and everything.
Your character's drunk, but no hangover.
As she opens the door, she's just feeling very happy right now, very light on her feet, despite
very
caffeine.
buzzed.
Yeah,
Wrong
pretty
room.
much.
Wrong room. It's the next one over.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to intrude. Hope you guys have a good night. Closes the door, walks over to the next one, opens it up, looks inside, makes sure that no one's in there.
You will see Huff again. Huff on this, 2 foot tall, fairy sitting on this like 6 foot long cot bed, staring intently at the Shikigami.
Is there one bed or two, by the way?
Two.
Okay, cool. Are you sure
Oh,
you're
this
not gonna like
sprawling.
get lost in that bed or something? Like you're so short. Shut up.
Speaks from experiences, right?
Shut up.
I'll be fine. I've slept on roofs bigger than this.
I slept on.
I mean that sounds pretty nice actually, and I would sleep on roofs and stuff only if it's in the middle of the day. I couldn't do that.
That's the best time.
She's gonna go ahead and set up her incense, and she's gonna glance back for a moment, just being like, "Hey, would you prefer a forest, a forest smell, a river smell, or strawberries?"
Still intently staring at the paper. I was just gonna respond, surprise me.
I'm gonna go with strawberries then. That sounds nice. She sets up her incense, snaps her fingers, and lets it light, so that way they can go ahead and get a nice bit of incense going on in the room. And she's gonna go ahead and say a quick prayer to the primordial fire dragon before getting into some PJs and slipping into bed.
I just imagine a drunk just drunkenly saying, "Oh, praise the fire thick boy," and just goes to bed.
Even drunk, she's still reverent. Come on. As she gets into bed, she takes out her little gemstone. It's actually on a bracelet of hers on her left hand, which is her real hand. Thinks about it for a moment, looks around, and detaches her right arm entirely and places it on the counter next to the bed. This is so much more comfortable than having that metal thing on me all the time. She gently taps her gemstone, lets it light up, and in its gentle nightlight, she starts going to sleep.
Oh my god, heat metal on you would be horrifying.
It really would. Also, yes, Cyber, I do play horror games, and yes, Outlast Trials have been talked about.
So, with that, everybody is now asleep.
Yep.
Go ahead and call it for 2 nights.
Okay.
Unless anybody has any
Yay.
other thing they want.
Insert Kermit the Frog, yay.
No.
Because I can't do it right now.
All right. So, we'll go ahead and end the stream for tonight. We will be back this coming Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Be adding on 2 more of the Ence crew and tackling the next part of the adventures. Hope everybody had a good time. I know I did.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Heck yeah.
I lived.
Yay, no doubt.
Yay! Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Do stick around because we're going to be going ahead and reading someone else here in just a moment. But thank you guys so much for the awesome and wonderful and absolutely fantastic D&D stream.
Night.
I forgot.